On the tee, and the kick is away. It's a short kick fielded at the Ennis 40, and number 41 just falls down on the ground to make sure he keeps possession, Caden Hubbard. And good field position for Ennis to start the game.
Yeah, that was purposely not kicked deep, obviously. That ball went about 20 yards in the air, and I don't know if the Lions were looking for maybe one of the large young men coming out on the field to field that ball or not on the kickoff team. But the offensive line for the Ennis Lions has come on the field, and wow, I'm impressed. A lot of size there.
They look rather large, and leading his team onto the field is Dylan Santos, the junior quarterback for the Ennis Lions. He takes the snap, and the first play is a handoff to number 3, James Harris. He's their leading rusher, and he picks up 13 yards on the play, but there is a flag down near the midfield line. James Harris, the leading rusher for the Lions, has over 1,000 yards on the season.
It's like a holding call against the Ennis Lions, Dan. That'll back them up 10.
And a good start for our side as Ennis starts backing up. Yeah, Jerry, some nice stats for the Ennis Lions here. Dylan Santos on the season, 135 attempts, 94 complete, almost 70% completion rate, over 900 yards passing.
70% is good at any level.
He is a little small, 5'7", 170 listed on the roster. Santos takes a snap and a quick pass out to number 6. That's Zion Dove, their leading receiver. And he charges forward for a pickup, a nice pickup of around 12 on the play, but that still leaves them well short of the first down marker because of the penalty.
Keandre Kader there on the tackle, and I think on the previous play on the far side where the holding penalty was called, I believe that was Dartavian Wilkerson coming in from his safety spot to help clean up the tackle.
Now Santos takes the snap, fakes to Harris, and goes to Dove again. Dove open, behind the line, makes the catch, and comes forward with 2 blockers, is able to pick up another 5 yards. It's going to be a third down and around 4 to go.
Dove did some dancing there, and that young man is quite quick.
Yeah, Jerry, he caught that ball a good 3 or 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he's listed at 5'6", 165, and he's over there again. He has a lot of mobility there.
Third down now for the Ennis Lions. Santos takes the snap, hands the ball off to Harris, and Harris bounces off the line, now rolls to the outside on the right side of the line and picks up the first down past midfield.
Wow, what a run. Sam Martinez made contact with him right there just at the line of scrimmage, and I thought Sam was going to drag him down, but he bounced off that and went around the far side between the hash and the numbers, and really nice run there to pick up the first down for Ennis.
And Devoya Washington comes into the game for Greenville on the defensive line. 1st and 10 for the Ennis Lions. Ball now on the Greenville 47. Santos in the shotgun picks up a high snap. Abrego challenges him on the pass, but he gets it out to number 3, James Harris, on the outside.
And that's Degarius Ford right there fighting off that block. Number 6 for the Greenville Lions. Fought off the block of the receiver, and a good tackle right there. Grabbed that ankle and held on.
And a loss of 4 on that pass play. Good pursuit by the Lions and nice pressure applied by Jeremiah Abrego.
Spread offense here by Ennis. We'll see what they do out of this.
Empty backfield for Santos as Harris is now stacked on the left side, and Santos takes the snap and runs himself. He's tackled, but after a nice pickup of around 10 yards there, still short of the first down because of the loss of yardage on the play before.
Santos listed at 5'7", 170, and man, that guy can motor. He has got some quickness there, and behind this big offensive line, you know, you look at him, guys, in the huddle there. Unless they duck down a little bit, you can't even see him, I imagine, from the defensive side.
Well, Santos is their second leading rusher with over nearly 700 yards himself. Now Santos takes the snap, hands off to Harris. Harris wrapped up very quickly and is tackled a yard short of the first down.
Good job by Jeremiah Abrego of falling back down inside, and one of the linebackers, that may have actually been Jasper Jensen in there. Both of those guys making good contact quickly there, and here come the Lions quickly to the offensive set.
Santos now under center, and they're just going to try to push forward for the first down. It's going to be close, but it looks like they've got enough yardage.
And that was just a bunch formation, and everybody get behind him and push, and you guys in front of him pull him, and the little guy was in the middle, and that's first down Ennis Lions.
So the Ennis Lions convert on fourth down and keep this drive alive. Ball is now spotted at the Greenville 36. 3 wide receivers in the game. Santos has Harris in the backfield with him lined up to his left. Santos calls for the ball as the receiver comes in motion across the middle, but Santos keeps it himself. He's being pursued.
Tucker Patterson got him on the far side. Santos uses his speed to get a 6-yard gain, but Tucker gave chase.
Put a nice hit on him too there at the end, right before he went out of bounds. Still a 6-yard gain for Santos. Brings up a second and round 4.
Was that Tucker Patterson, or was that Tyrekus Davis had come in from the corner?
I believe it was Tucker Patterson giving chase. And now 3 wide receivers, 2 to the wide side on the left. Santos takes the snap and hands it off to Harris. A late decision on that option, and Harris is not able to gain any yards on the play.
I think Santos wanted to give it, and Harris didn't necessarily want to take it, or they were reading 2 different pages there, and so good opportunity here for the Lion defense, the Greenville defense, 3rd and just over 5 yards on their own 31-yard line with 8 minutes left in the first quarter.
That was a tough read there because 2 defensive lines had come into the backfield, one covering each player. And here, you take it, no, you take it, and no gain on the play.
And that may have been DeVoya Washington that had interrupted that play.
And now Harris takes the handoff and charges forward, makes a nice spin move, and is able to pick up that first down, a 8-yard run on the play.
Good hit there by Jacoby Allen for the Greenville defense, but it was past the first down marker. And Dan, I see some laundry on the far hash about the 31.5-yard line, and the Ennis offense is walking to the south.
And you're right, Jerry, it's a holding penalty against the Ennis Lions, so it is not a first down yet.
And that's a big break for the Greenville defense.
Yeah, we'll replay this 3rd down, and now they've got a 3rd down and very long at 15 yards to gain.
And so here you, if you're an Ennis coach, you probably put the ball into Santos's hands, and if he decides not to run, obviously more than likely a pass play with this amount of yardage.
Santos has 4 receivers in the game. He's looking to pass it now. It's flushed out of the pocket, being chased down by a couple of Lions. The pass is complete to Harris, but he is brought down near the original line of scrimmage, and will have a 4th down and around 11 to go now.
Tucker Patterson, Tyrekus Davis, I believe, over there, and it looks like Keandre Kader all over there. And here's a situation where it's 4th and 11, and you're on the, the Greenville 37.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you're in no man's land in high school. Generally, you don't have a kicker to kick it that far. So, if Ennis goes for it here and doesn't pooch kick and punt it, I'm going to take it kind of personal if I'm a Greenville player. Like, look, you don't even respect us this much. So maybe a little chance here for Greenville, and it looks like there's a timeout on the field there.
1st and 10 now for Ennis. Santos takes the snap, hands it off to Harris. Harris patiently waiting for a hole, but none opens up, and he is brought down right at the line.
Jeremiah Brago getting down in there from his defensive end position back to the middle of the offensive line, an offensive area where the ball was snapped to make that tackle. Yeah, Dan, the previous play, he just, a fake handoff, did a 360, and bam, he was gone.
Yeah.
And there was an opening on the left-hand side of that line. But still, good job by Greenville on this last play of penetrating and for no gain.
I believe Greenville was expecting a pass on that play, and it just didn't happen. 2nd down now, handoff to Harris. He's being chased by the Lions out to the sideline and forced out of bounds after a short gain of 3. A lot of Lions had a chance at him there. He should have been stopped for no gain.
Yeah, he should have been stopped for no gain. He got all the way to the corner and turned upfield a little bit for minimal gain. But still, should have been stopped in the backfield or at least in the line of scrimmage.
And you can already tell, Jerry, that these top 2 ball carriers for Ennis, James Harris and Dylan Santos, are hard to tackle, hard to bring down. They're going to get positive yardage most of the time they're running the ball.
They are. There's a reason why they're leading ball carriers. And again, you've got a really good-sized offensive line in front of those guys.
Another third down now for Ennis, 3rd and 7. Inside the Greenville 20, Santos looking to pass. He's got a man downfield, but Greenville Lions in good coverage. Nearly intercepted by number 6, Degarius Ford on the coverage.
And it looks like the Lions walked a linebacker up to just basically playing a defensive end position at times. So they were actually in a five linemen up front, but good coverage in the defensive secondary there. They were just trying to hit a guy deep.
Yeah, and going for the end zone there on 3rd down, you know they're going to try for it on 4th down here as well.
And I see number 15, Zane Brown, down here on the near side of the field. He's 6'1", 175, and he is out there against Degarius Ford, and Degarius Ford goes about 5'7", so look for that matchup if the quarterback didn't carry it.
And this needs to get the ball to the 11. Santos has the ball. He's being chased out of the pocket, rolling to his left, looking downfield, looking in the end zone, and it's a touchdown caught by number 15, Zane Brown. Santos, a nice job keeping that play alive and finding his man in the corner of the end zone.
And that's a good call, Dan. Santos is the one that did it. There was nothing there. He was rolling to the right, almost to the, maybe the hash on the far side, and flipped around and looked back this way. And a mark of a good receiver is to turn and go in the same direction as your quarterback. Brown did that, and the ball got there just before he stepped out out of bounds in the north end zone. Good play there.
Nice coverage by the Greenville Lions as well. Just a little bit of separation by Brown, and he was able to get the touchdown. The extra point is good. And Ennis has a 7-0 lead on their first drive of the game. Ends in a touchdown. A short pooch kick by Ennis is fielded by Greenville, and a tackle made right around the 37-yard line.
It looked like Brian Gilstrap, who was up on the front line at that time, or was that? Maybe that was that number 82, Caleb Johnson. Anyway, whoever fielded the ball.
And Jerry, look who's coming on the field right now to lead these Greenville Lions. We see number 12, Caleb Jarvis, out there, along with a whole lot of his classmates. I believe this whole formation for the offense is made up of seniors.
That's really good to see. I'm glad the coaches are doing that, letting these kids play their last game.
And Maps comes in motion. It's a shovel pass to Maps coming across the field, and Maps still looking for the outside, gets to the far sideline and is pushed out of bounds, but a short gain of 3 for Maps.
Yeah, that was just the jet sweep that we've seen earlier this year, and it looks like they pulled it back and gave it no gain.
Now they went from 3 to 2 to 1 to 0 yards, so no gain on the play for Nick Maps. And the seniors all still in there. Jarvis still a quarterback in the shotgun, takes the snap, a quick pass out to Maps. Maps makes the first man miss, and then is caught from behind, tackled past the 40, near the 41.
Good job there. Ball got out of the backfield quickly to Maps, and Jarvis is coming out of the game.
Third down for the Greenville Lions. Third down in right around 7. And who did they bring in at quarterback?
I think that's Jackson Sickles. I think they brought Jackson in. Third down and about 6.5 or 7 for Jackson in the offense.
This may be a called run for Jackson. 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter where the Greenville Lions are down. Now Jackson's looking to pass. He's flushed out of the pocket and tries to pass to number 45, Gage Duvall, but the ball falls incomplete, a little bit short.
That was he's wearing number 2, I believe, Colin Smith, 5'11", 200 pounds. In the backfield there, and Jackson didn't have any kind of, wow. Yeah, he was back there really quick, and the Ennis Lions defense came up with 5 down linemen and a walked-up linebacker. They actually had 6 that time, so that may have been an outside blitz.
Back deep to receive this punt is number 16, Michael Collins for Ennis. Osorio fields the ball right around the 30, kicks the ball up in the air, and boy, that ball might have touched him.
I was thinking the same thing, Dan.
I think it was number 18, De'Avion Johnson. But they're saying this ball does belong to Ennis. They let it bounce. It takes a favorable roll for the Greenville Lions and comes to rest at the 11-yard line.
That's, 46 or 47 yards. That ball kind of died on Oscar, and what that will, almost 48 yards. what it will do is if it doesn't turn over and it's still spiraling, the tail of that ball will come down, and that's when it's dangerous because it can either bounce and you don't know which way it's going to go, or it can actually go straight through your arms. I've had it happen both ways to me. So the Ennis Lions start at their own 10.5-yard line.
3 wide receivers in the game. Santos has Harris with him in the backfield. Handoff to Harris right up the middle. Gets into the second level and is tackled right at the 20, near a first down yardage.
And he burst through that hole over there. It looked like Sam Martinez may have made the first contact, but a big 9-yard gain there on first down. Clock rolling almost down to 4 minutes left in the first quarter.
Right, Greenville has not had the ball for very much of this quarter at all. Hoping to hold the Ennis Lions to just 7 here as the clock gets to 4 minutes. Santos takes the snap, hands off to Harris. Harris has the first down and now is being pushed backwards. And the whistle finally blows, but they're going to give him enough yardage up to the 23 for another Ennis first down.
Yeah, he got forward progress well past the first down marker, but several of the Lions there in on the tackle. So hopefully Greenville can hold Ennis to a very short drive here and get that ball back and get some more seniors in the game offensively, and then, of course, put points on the board.
Zion Dove now moves to the slot on the wide side of the field. He, their leading receiver. Also in the game is Zane Brown, a tall drink of water, 6'1", 175. It's a toss to Harris on the snap. Harris looking for some room to run and making men miss left and right, is able to pick up near first down yardage again.
Oscar Osorio putting the cap on the tackle there quite forcefully and punishing the ball carrier as he went out of bounds. Very, very legal. Good hit by Oscar, but Ennis picking up good yardage here on each running down.
And the Greenville Lions yet to find a stop for this rushing attack of the Ennis Lions, led by number 3, James Harris. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the wide side, 1 to the short side. Harris again takes the ball up the middle. This time he's tackled after a short gain, but it's still enough for the first down, brought down by number 50, Keandre Adair.
Sam Martinez also in there. The Lions come out with 4 defensive linemen that time and a walked-up linebacker in a basic 5-2 look, and seems to do well. That's about the 3rd or 4th play they've gotten into the 5-2 with a walked-up player, Dan, and it looks like maybe did we have a holding infraction that time?
It was, Jerry, because there was enough yardage there for the first down, and they called a spot foul, a holding penalty, taking them back 10 yards from the spot. Brings up now a 2nd and a long 9.
So we'll see if the Lions go back to their 4-3 base, or maybe walk a linebacker up and try to keep some of that ball carrier traffic inside where it can get more help. It seems to work pretty well when they get into that 5-2.
Across the field from left to right for the receivers, Brown, Dove, and Jones. And now a second timeout called.
We're talking off air. That's an interesting timeout there. If I'm a coach and I call a timeout in that part of the game, I may call 2 or 3 plays here with less than 3 minutes in the first half.
Harris in the backfield with Santos. Santos takes the ball, rolling out to his right, has a man open. And complete pass to Ray Rodriguez, number 8, very near the first down marker.
And the Ennis Lions, being smart, they may only have 1 timeout on the scoreboard, but you can use the sidelines for innumerable timeouts as they rush to get this play off before Greenville can bring in a substitute and get a first down.
On a 3rd and 1, they push forward once again, enough for a first down. As long as they keep getting 3rd down and short, Jerry, I'm sure we'll see that play all night long.
Absolutely. And again, you can use the sideline as a timeout in high school. And if you've got a quarterback that can throw all the way across the field, you can go all the way down the field in 40 seconds.
3 wide receivers in the game. Brown, Dove, and the handoff this time to the leading rusher, Harris.
And he ran with authority that time.
And he squirts right up the middle for a gain of 9 on that first down run. Jerry, these first down runs for 8, 9 yards are killing the Greenville Lions.
That's exactly it, Dan. That is very, very tough if you come up with so many second and less than 3 or 4.
Ball now on the on the Ennis 44. Same offensive set Santos takes the shotgun snap and hands off to Harris right up the middle, and a first down to midfield.
And there is nothing special about that. Straight up the middle. Good job on the previous play by Zakista Hemphill of making the tackle.
Now, fellas, we talked about how an offense might be able to survive against a larger line. Perhaps we'll have to contemplate how this defense can survive against the much larger offensive line of the Ennis Lions at halftime, as they now have a 1st and 10 ball resting right at midfield.
The ball at midfield. Play clock down to 15 and the game clock down just about 1 minute.
Ennis with a 7-0 lead. A high snap is fielded by Santos, but now he's being chased down. Gets away from a would-be tackler.
That's Sam Martinez.
Sam Martinez had him by the shoelaces, and he danced away and picked up another long run on first down.
He really did. He got several yards down that sideline over there. Got out of bounds is the big thing with one timeout. And with under a minute, they are now into Lion territory.
Santos is doing something we haven't seen a lot of quarterbacks do from this defense, and that's just run away from men in the backfield. Santos takes the snap. It's a high snap again, but he gets the ball and hands it off to Harris. Harris tries to put the juke move on, but Lions are having none of it. Tackle him for a loss of 1.
That was Jacoby Allen. Good open field tackle there, because if Harris gets loose, he's got some yardage to gain.
And Harris put a nice move on, a good juke, and Jacoby able to stay right with him.
Okay, 3rd and 5 here, so big play for the defense. Clock down below 30 seconds and running.
Ball right at the Greenville 45.
And Ennis is in no hurry to run this play.
Same set they've been using on the offense. 2 wide receivers to the wide side, 1 to the short side.
Got to think they're going deep.
Dove, their leading receiver in the slot. Santos takes the snap. It's a called run all the way. Moman trying to chase him down. Can't quite get there. And right at the out-of-bounds line, Santos picks up the first down.
I was thinking maybe they would actually take a shot deep with number 15 over here. He's got maybe 6'1", maybe 6'2", against a 5'7". So with 8 seconds left, Ennis has a decision to make, and I think we know what that will be. Number 15 comes to the near side again, so you might look for him.
Santos in the shotgun with Harris right beside him to his left, to his right. Handoff is fake to Harris. Santos keeps it himself and falls forward for a gain of 3. That'll bring the first quarter to an end with Ennis leading 7-0. We're going to switch ends and we'll be right back with the second quarter. You're listening to Lions football. Harris is just to the right of Santos. Santos in the shotgun. He takes the snap, makes the read, and hands it off to Harris. This time Harris is brought down
Jacoby Allen,
for a
good
loss.
job.
Jacoby Allen again on the tackle. He's having himself a nice game.
It really is. He broke off of an attempted block and made an excellent tackle on the far side.
That off-tackle run just did not work this time. It's been the Ennis line has been opening up large holes. There's also a flag on the field. Yes. And the referees are marching backwards for the Ennis Lions again. Greenville declines the penalty because the second down brought no yardage for the Ennis Lions, so they're going to make them play this 3rd down and 8.
Good job by the Greenville defense there.
Greenville has not had good stopping power on 3rd down and long so far this game. It's a fumble on the play. Santos fumbles the ball as he tries to hand it off to Harris and is brought down for a big loss on the play, and they did not get that 3rd down conversion, that's for sure.
Just a couple of guys have been around the quarterback most of the year. Tucker Moman and Jeremiah Brago met in the backfield and almost recovered that fumble.
So bend don't break there for the Lions defense. They're going to get the ball back as the Ennis Lions are set to punt this one away on a 4th down and right around 15. Nick Maps back deep to receive, standing on the 10-yard line. 11 minutes left in the second quarter. Ennis with a 7-0 lead. Maps fields this ball just inside the 10, is looking for the boundary line. He makes it out past the 20 to the 22 and is forced out of bounds right there.
Good job getting downfield and getting a block by the Darius for number 6 over there. Almost thought it was blocking in the back, but he did get a part of the helmet in front. Oh, wait a minute. I do see some laundry out there.
There was a little bit of debate in the booth here if it was block in the back or not, and I think the referees have settled that one. It was a block in the back, and so the return to the 22 will be walked backwards a bit.
So the Lions will. Well, now he just indicated personal foul. I think he meant to point toward Greenville and not Ennis. Lions looks like they're going to start about the 5-yard line, Dan. So a big hold for the offense here, who hasn't gotten on track yet tonight. So we'll see. And is that
Jackson Sickles is lined up at wide receiver, and Brandon Stevens is the quarterback right now, with, I believe, Lester Turner beside him at running back. And Stevens hands the ball off to Turner. Turner, who was injured last week that did not get on the field, it picks up a good run of around 7 here on this first down run.
Good positive yards there by the offense to get started in this second quarter. So that's a good thing to get you out of a little bit of a hole there.
10.5 minutes in the first half left. Greenville trailing 7-0. This only their second offensive drive of the game. Stevens takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Turner, finds a hole for himself and is past the 20 and to the 22 for a first down for Greenville Lions.
Good job there getting around the corner and getting upfield. And at that time, Ennis had 7 in the box here, so we'll see if they keep stacking and maybe put another person making 8 in that box there and making it really hard for an opponent to run.
Good read there by Stevens as he pulls the ball away from Turner. Now Denson comes in motion, and Denson takes the ball on the jet sweep, looking right up the middle, has nowhere to go, and is brought down for a very short gain, if any.
Yeah, a lot of white Ennis shirts there in the middle waiting on Denson when he turned the field. And back, give you a half yard then.
Denson may have thought he saw a hole there as he made a very quick cut.
He really did.
But there was I didn't see what he saw from up here, as he was very quickly bottled up and brought down. In the game at wide receiver, number 20, Sean Brown, who is making quite a name for himself in the last 3 games. Stevens takes the snap now. He's rolling out to his right, chased out of the pocket, looking down the field. That ball nearly intercepted as he was looking for Miles Denson on the crossing pattern.
He was looking for Denson on the crossing pattern, but I don't know if Denson was going to stop in the void there, and Stevens was thinking he was going to continue out to the far side of the field. Nevertheless, a long third down here for the Lions.
That's one where the receiver really needs to keep rolling with his quarterback being chased out of the pocket.
Wow, we got trips to the near side, Dan.
Turner in the backfield with Stevens. Stevens looking to pass, looking downfield. Now he's flushed and brought down for a sack. A big loss on the play.
Wow, and there was really nothing open downfield until after he was sacked. Then Sickles came open over the middle, but by that time, Stevens had just been swallowed.
A loss of 6 on the play brings up a 4th down and very long.
Another really, really tough offensive set there for Greenville.
Osorio is going to be punting away to Ennis. Ennis waiting around midfield to receive this punt. A flag on the play and challenge to Osorio, but he gets the ball away. It bounces around the 40 and rolls. Bobbled once, but still picked up by Ennis and brought down just past midfield. That's D'Avion Johnson on the return. We'll see what the flag is about.
That would only be 5 yards since the defense jumped off sides, so it wouldn't result in a first down. But, good job by Osorio getting that ball out of there because that was almost blocked. But the guy that almost blocked it was the gentleman who jumped off sides.
They will get to re-kick this one, I believe, and see if they can improve their position. Did they pick up that flag?
No, they declined the penalty.
No, they just declined the penalty.
Okay. I think I would have accepted it and kicked it again.
I would wonder, maybe see if I could get a better punt off and maybe get it over, maybe over in the Ennis territory. So Ennis will come out on the Lion 47-yard line with 8.5 minutes left, driving toward the south end zone once again.
Make that the Greenville Lion 47-yard line, as they are already in Greenville territory here to start this drive. 8.5 minutes to go in the first half. A 7-0 lead for Ennis already. And now they're going to switch the football. And for the Ennis Lions, they have their Three wide receiver set with Ray Rodriguez and Dove and Jones in the game. Harris still the running back right next to Santos. Harris takes the handoff and goes up the middle. Following his lead blockers, is able to pick up 6 yards on the run.
And that's exactly what he did. He just followed his lead blockers and rambled and fell forward for a 6-yard gain.
Easy peasy for this Ennis Lions offense at this point. Just follow those blockers and you're going to get a good chunk.
Number 10, Zakistan Hemphill in at safety for Tucker Patterson.
2nd and 4 for Ennis. Handoff again to Harris. Up the middle, a lot of room. And if the safeties can't catch him, he's going to the end zone, to the 5, and in for the score is James Harris. A 41-yard touchdown run puts the Ennis Lions up 13-0.
And that was absolutely just straight up the gut, and he outran everybody. And Greenville's down 2 scores now, and so the offense really has to respond here.
The offense has been, as you like to say, Jerry, anemic. A little life pumped into them and respond to this as the extra point is good and the score is 14-0. We'll be right back with the Greenville Lions' next offense of the 10 are Nick Maps and Miles Denson to receive this kick. It is a deep kick. It'll be fielded by Maps at the 11. Now Maps coming across the field, cuts back against the grain and is tackled before the 25-yard line. Greenville with very average starting field position here. Will be lining it up at the 23. I see Brandon Stevens again coming in at quarterback with Lester Turner as his running back.
Sickles at wide receiver, I think, and number 20, Sean Brown, going to the far side as the wide out.
Sickles and Denson and Maps lined up as trips to the left side. As the lines go from south to north, that's right to left. Brandon fakes the handoff to Lester Turner, has Sickles open at the 45, and Sickles, trying to run before he caught it, lets it bounce off of his hands and fall incomplete.
Just a fake handoff there, and it looked like Stevens was going to run, but the whole time he was obviously looking at Sickles, and Sickles got in between the seam there before the safety could get back over there, and as you said, just tried to run just a hair before he caught it.
But I'll tell you, I like the looks of that play because it really fooled the Ennis defense as Brandon Stevens looked like he was going to run and then gets the pass away. Now Nick Mapp comes in motion and he's going to take the handoff and be met right away by the Ennis Lions behind the line of scrimmage and lose 2 yards on that play.
Just nowhere there, Dan. Nowhere at all. And it was interesting. I was just focusing on the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped. Ennis went into only 4 defensive linemen that time and rolled everybody, a couple of folks back into the pass coverage, and wow, they made a good play on defense.
3rd and 12 for the Lions. 4 wide receivers in a spread formation with Lester Turner in the backfield. Brandon looking to pass. He has Jackson Sickles to the 40, to the 45, and Jackson Sickles this time with a very nice catch picks up the first down and more near midfield.
And what Stevens did that time is stand in there and look straight at his, on a quick slant, you have to do that. Good job by Stevens and Sickles to get the ball in there. And I don't know if it was that much of a slant. He just got into that seam there, and Brandon got him the ball before anybody could get there.
Little play action fake handoff to Turner, and this time Stevens puts the ball in Turner's stomach, then decides he's going to keep this one himself, and Stevens picks up 10 yards on the first down run.
Another 10 yards. Now that's, I like this play calling here. And guys, if it's not the play calling, it's like the life of the offense has erupted here, because the first couple of times we had the ball, it didn't seem like the players or whatever. And boy, this is great here.
Spread formation, 4 receivers. Lester Turner to the left of Brandon Stevens. Now Brandon Stevens looking to keep this one all the way, following Lester Turner as his blocker, only able to pick up a yard or so. Ball now at the Ennis 41 as Greenville ventures past half field, I believe, for the first time this game. With 6 minutes left in the second quarter, they're trailing 14-0, hoping to get some points on the board. Now they have 3 wide receivers to the wide side on the right. Brayden Stevens rolling to his right, looking downfield for a pass. Has a man open. That's number 20, Sean Brown. Sean Brown inside the 30 and is brought down at the 29-yard line.
Good play there all the way around. Stevens rolling out, saw Brown. Brown sat down, if you will, or stopped in the void where there was a bubble and there were no defensive players. Good job all the way around.
Another good-looking play for the Greenville Lions offense after 2 drives that went absolutely nowhere.
And
They've got something cooking here.
That's right, and it's good aggressive play calling. That's just great to see. And in fact, we got 3 receivers to the far side and 1 to the near, Dan.
And that's Jackson Sickles by himself now. Maps comes in motion, and he takes the ball on the jet sweep. Lester Turner's blocking for him. But 3 Ennis Lions quickly converge on Maps' positions. They triangulated him perfectly and bring him down after a gain of only 2.
Wow, good pursuit there by the Ennis defense.
They were like homing missiles there. Lester Turner couldn't take on all 3.
Yeah, they weren't going to let Maps get outside.
Brings up a 2nd down and 9 for the Greenville Lions.
Lots of substitutions on defense for Ennis.
Now in at running back number 28, Cameron Maps, the 5'10", 180-pound junior for the Greenville Lions. Stevens takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Maps, and has a man downfield for right around 6 yards. Who is that, Jerry? Can we see the number?
I cannot.
That's number 2, Nick Maps, on the reception.
And, we were just looking after the play was over. Josh Brown had position on his man on the far outside, so that may be something they're setting up, a fake to Maps in the slot and go deep to Brown, because Brown could have walked in the end zone that time. But it may have been a very, very strict play call to go to Maps in the slot.
3rd down and 3 for the Lions. They are very close to red zone territory here. Brayden Stevens trying to follow some blockers. He may have lost the ball there, Jerry.
I think he actually did and recovered it and maybe gained a whole yard. Yes. So 4th and 2, Dan.
4th and 2. And big number 88, Brayden Hudspeth, comes in the game. A 5'10", 205-pound senior. He's a good lead blocker for these kind of short runs.
Yeah, we'll see if they keep it in Stevens' hands or what we do with it here.
3 wide receivers, 2 to the wide side. Stevens hands the ball off to Cameron Maps. Cameron Maps up the middle, has just enough for the first down to the 18.
That stretch, that body fall, got it right there. Good job up front, guys.
And on 4th down, the Lions convert and keep this drive alive. Nick Maps comes back into the game.
And Brayden Hudspeth, a good block there on that play to help out the offense with 3.5 minutes left. And the play clock reading about 20 seconds. Lions, hometown Lions, down 14.
Sickles, Denson, and Maps on the wide side at the wide receiver. Sean Brown on the short side. Now, Brayden Stevens rolls out to his left, tries to complete a pass to Miles Denson, but throwing across his body is a little bit off target, and it falls incomplete.
That's exactly right, Dan. Across his body, and that's difficult to do. The right-handed quarterback rolling left. He had the intended receiver open, but just a little behind him there.
I'd like to see him do that same sort of play and look back the other way to Sean Brown, the lone receiver with single coverage.
Yes, and with some height advantage over there.
3 minutes left in the second quarter, 14-0. Ennis leading the Greenville Lions. Denson coming across. The formation takes the handoff, but he is met in the backfield and tackled for a big loss by number 2, Colin Smith, for the Ennis Lions. Brings up a 3rd down and very long for Greenville at this point.
Great job there by Smith getting in the backfield and a big loss. So now
a momentum killer there, Jerry.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's a momentum killer. That's a drive killer, whatever you want to call it. But in his 3rd and 17 or so, you're in 2-down territory.
That's right. You may as well think to yourself, we have 2 downs to get this
absolutely
past the 9-yard line for a first down.
Yes,
and we'll go from there.
You want to take 2 downs here and get half or something in this first play.
Sickles, Maps, and Denson on the wide side. And Brayden Stevens fakes the handoff to Denson coming across the field, is looking for Jackson Sickles downfield. Had a nice opportunity, but the pass is well off target and falls incomplete.
Yeah, I think the diagram of the play was to fake that handoff and look or just go maybe toward the line of scrimmage, look like you're going to run a little bit and give Jackson Sickles enough time to break open. The ball sailed really high.
A very effective a play call for
yes,
this
good play call.
quarterback. Just a little bit off target there, and the sophomore has some room to grow, but he's looking good. And Brayden Hudspeth checks back into the game, and it looks like the Greenville Lions are going to call a timeout here with 2 minutes. Matt Stinson, Sickles, and Brown are the receivers. He's looking for Brown. Brown knocked down, and a flag is thrown. This will be a first down on the pass interference. A nice play call, as that is what I called for earlier. Stevens rolling out to his left and then looking back to the single coverage. And Sean Brown was just drugged down by his defender.
He was, and that'll be a first down for the Lions. He was on the outside. The pass was thrown on the inside, so the defender had position. But there was a collision over there, and they're gonna call defensive pass interference here.
And you know, Jerry, if he had put that in the right spot,
yes,
Sean Brown had an excellent shot at a touchdown on that play.
He really did. He has good height, good hands, and what we saw, that miraculous catch, diving catch he made a couple of weeks ago, this young man's got a great future.
Well, Jerry, as much as the Greenville offense has struggled in this first half, if they're able to score here going into halftime, they may be down only a touchdown. Low snap and handoff to Turner. Turner patiently looking for something to develop, and nothing is going to open up. He is swarmed and brought down for no gain.
Just a wall there at the line of scrimmage, so we'll see if the Lions coaches try to stretch this out. The clock is running since the ball did not go out of bounds. I've still got a full 2 minutes and 2 timeouts left here for the Greenville offense. I've got to think they'll stretch this or let Stevens have an option to pass or run.
And Greenville is able to pick up another first down with the chains sitting at the 1. Stevens looking to pass outside. He has his man open. That is Nick Maps, and the pass is complete and then out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
And one of the hardest routes to throw for a high school player is an out route, because you have to time it and you have to get the ball. That time he was on the far hash, and it was toward the far sideline. When you do go across the entire field, that can be difficult. Good pass.
And my mistake, Jerry, that was Miles Denson on the catch.
So 3rd and 3 here, Dan.
3rd and 3 for the Lions. Again, 4-down territory here. You got to think Stevens takes the snap, is pushing forward himself down to the 1.
First down.
And a first down for the Lions just shy of the goal line.
And if you could get a first down and not get a touchdown, that's as close as he got. So you've got 4 downs to make it here.
And did they call a timeout? Because the clock should be running here. There it is.
There it is.
And at this point, with first and goal from the 1, you can let this clock roll, because you don't really want to give Ennis any time with the ball.
And you've got to think it's going to be Brandon Stevens again right up the middle as he gets up under center.
And he pushes forward and into the end zone. Brandon Stevens rushing touchdown of 1 yard brings the Greenville Lions within 8.
Good job there by the offense. And Steve, what yard line did that drive start? I was going to say, that's a 95-yard drive.
Exactly.
Now, yes, there was some help, but we'll take it.
Some very good play calling, some
absolutely
nice creativity, some impressive play from the sophomore, Brayden Stevens, looking better and better each week.
Really nice velocity on his passes where it's needed, especially on those out routes where you have to time it, you have to lead the receiver. You don't throw to where the receiver is, you throw to where he's going to be. And Stevens showing good velocity on his passes. Guys, that's just...
The ball teed up at the 40. Now they spread out a bit more. And it's a kick deep, pushing the deep men back. Number 17 fields it inside the 10, finds a blocker and a hole up past the 30-yard line, up past the 40-yard line, and is finally brought down. That was Stephon Townsend on the return.
I thought we had a push in the back down there, but I guess it was decided as a no call there. Good return, good kick. I thought at first they were going to kick it short, so that gives Ennis, Dan, with 1 timeout remaining, a full minute and 3 seconds. So we may not be finished with the scoring here.
Got to play some defense here. Now, Jerry, the scoreboard says 2 timeouts left. I believe
that's 1. You're
right.
Should be 1. It should be.
I think you're right there. So let's see if this Greenville Lions defense can stand up and stand tall and not let them add to this lead before halftime. Santos takes the snap, spins away, and runs into somebody. I believe it was
Mr. Adair.
I believe so.
Adair. Wow, good job there. He was an immovable object. And Ennis is going to let the clock run here. I've got to think they're going to try something, either with Santos or try some sort of screen or something here.
James Harris, their leading rusher, is lined up in a stack wide receiver spot. And now a short pass to number 6, Zion Dove, is complete and is brought forward for about 7 yards as the clock continues to run down to 25.
And that was nothing more than an inside screen to the receiver coming in and a couple of linemen going out to block for him. And Ennis is in no hurry here. They're hurrying to the line of scrimmage, but they're not using that last timeout as the clock winds down to 10 seconds.
3rd and 4. Santos takes the snap. He's looking to pass. Almost caught from behind by Abrego, but he's got a man open downfield. That's number 8, Ray Rodriguez, with the reception and the touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Abrego nearly tipped that ball, but Ray Rodriguez just ran away from everybody, outran his coverage, and the ball was laid in there perfectly.
And you're exactly right. It was laid in there perfectly where he ran under it. But the big thing on defense here is with that few seconds left, you don't want to let anybody get behind you. Abrego came in there with that big right hand and swatted at that ball, and I thought there was some holding, pulling him back on that left tackle on the far side. Abrego was just millimeters from blocking that ball from the quarterback's hands.
And so after the Greenville Lions cut into the lead with their first touchdown of the game.
The Greenville Lions and GEUS Internet are a winning combination. Don't be defeated with slow speeds or a bad connection. GEUS Internet is the fastest and most reliable service in town. From intense gaming, quick file sharing, and buffer-free streaming videos, GEUS Internet has the unbeatable service. Give GEUS, your hometown provider for electric, internet, and cable, a call at 903-457-2800. We leave the competition in the dust, just like the Greenville Lions.
The second half of play, the Greenville Lions against the Ennis Lions. Ennis with a 2-touchdown lead, 21-7. But Greenville gets the ball first. We'll see what they can make happen as they have Miles Denson and Nick Maps back deep to receive this kick. It's going to be a long kick. Looks like Maps will field it right at the 1. Maps now coming across the field to his left. Makes a little juke move, spins around, and is brought down at the 15-yard line. Good coverage by the Ennis Lions on that return.
It really was. The white Lions there and the red Lions, or the Greenville home Lions, as I see a player limping off the field for the hometown Lions. I can't make out his number, but good coverage by Ennis there on that kickoff.
I see number 28, Cameron Maps, coming off the field with a bit of a limp. Maps the backup running back tonight to Lester Turner. And the Lions come on the field with 3 wide receivers on the wide side as they are moving from south to north in this third quarter. We've got Maps, Denson, and Sickles out wide, and looks like Sean Brown in there as well. Hand off to Turner. Turner looking to run off tackle and is only able to gain about a yard there as there was not much blocking in front of him.
That looks like number 44, Dane Verner, 185-pound junior, middle linebacker for Ennis, making the tackle. Like he's listed at middle linebacker, but he's playing outside linebacker in this formation.
Brandon Stevens at quarterback, Lester Turner beside him to the right. Stevens takes the snap, rolls out to his right, has a man open. That's, I believe, Miles Denson there. It's hard to tell Denson and Maps apart when they're over there on that far side of the field. But the pass is complete and a nice gain. Will bring a 3rd and short. It looks like they're going to have to get 3 yards to make this first down.
It really is hard to tell. They're different. They're both very, very quick. And both a little on the smaller side, but wow, are they ever quick.
3rd down and 3 now for the Greenville Lions. 4 wide receivers in the game, 3 to the wide side. Sickles, Maps, and Denson. Stevens takes the snap, is rolling out to his left, doesn't see a man coming to his backside, and he is brought down for a loss on the play. And a big sack takes him all the way back to the 17, 18-yard line.
And that time I was looking just before the snap of the ball. There were 3 Greenville Lions to the near side and only 2 downfield guarding them. The other 9 were in the formation in the middle, and it looked like there was going to be a blitz, and boy, was there ever a blitz. So Stevens didn't have quite enough time to unload that ball, and Oscar Osorio is going to punt it away.
And again, the Ennis Lions standing right around midfield for this kick, and it's a short one that did not quite turn over, as you like to say, Jerry, and it's going to bounce backwards to the 39-yard line, and the Ennis Lions have excellent field position for their first drive of the second half.
Yeah, only a 20-yard punt, but Osorio was under a huge amount of pressure there. 2 Ennis Lions in the backfield, and just not any blocking on the left side of that punt team.
So a quick 3-and-out for the Greenville Lions gives the Ennis Lions the ball on the Greenville side of the field with a 2-touchdown lead and 10 minutes left in the third quarter. Dylan Santos in at quarterback. James Harris still at running back right beside him. 3 wide receivers in the game, and the snap is over the head of Santos back at midfield. It's recovered, but a sack there as Abrego is in there quickly to challenge him for the ball. That'll be back on the inner side of the field now at the 49.
And Santos, the 5'7", 170-pound junior quarterback, making a very good decision there to fall on the ball instead of trying to pick it up on the run as the hometown Lions were on his tail.
Jeremiah would have just about broken poor Santos in half if he had tried to pick that up. Second down now and 22 to go for Ennis. They are now back on the 49 on their side of the field. The stack formation with Harris and wide receiver on the right side. Santos looking to pass. Looks to his right, looks back to his left, now pulls it down, wants to run. Has some room up the middle, past midfield, near the 45, and he's stopped there. It's going to bring a third and very long. Third and more than 15 to go.
Wow, that guy's got moves.
Yes.
He really has moves. Again, he's only 5'7", but when he doesn't see it downfield, those feet continue to move, and he's constantly looking around. And if you watch him in the pocket, one person comes to mind. His feet don't stop. His name is Drew Brees, and he plays on Sundays. If you watch Drew Brees, he does a dance party in the backfield. He does not stop until he finds that receiver.
That's why he's one of the leading passers in NFL history. And Abrego, once again, looks like he was held. Abrego wants the call.
He was.
As he bats the ball down, and it's going to be a 4th down and 17. The Ennis Lions do not convert, and Abrego right to ask the referee, where's the flag?
And that was a rollout to the right, and a protection detail followed the quarterback, Santos, to the near sideline. And it was nothing more than setting up a screen back to the far side, and Abrego was in there just absolutely causing chaos.
Now, if they do punt this away, Jerry and Steve, I believe this is the first 3-and-out for Ennis. It's a low line drive punt.
And very effective.
That goes out of bounds inside the 10-yard line, and the Greenville Lions will take over deep in their own territory. But a 3-and-out, aided by a snap over the head of Santos, gives the Greenville Lions the ball back. And another shot here with 8 minutes and 23 seconds left in the third quarter.
And only a 30-yard punt, but very effective. It went out of bounds, no return. And Greenville starts this drive at their own 7-yard line, and very similar to the drive in the first half where they started at their 5-yard line and ended up in a touchdown.
Let's see if they can make the magic happen again. 3 wide receivers in the game. We've got Sean Brown and Denson to one side. The handoff goes to Lester Turner. Running off tackle, is only able to gain about a yard, and no more than that.
And Ennis came out with 6 or 7 in the box that time. Not going to let the Lions beat them with the run on that play. So we'll see if Greenville rolls Stevens out, or maybe puts 10 blockers in front of him and lets him take off.
What seemed to be productive for the Lions was the rollout, the play action, and the short passes.
Absolutely.
Let's see if they can go back to that, or if they feel they're backed up too far in their own zone to do that right now. As they roll Brayden out to his right, this time it's complete to Denson. Denson getting a nice block from Maps, gets the first down and then some to the 21.
And Denson catches the ball about the numbers, gets outside, and for a second I thought he was going to try to break it back inside and just take it off, because I want to see that young man just take off and run. But he did follow his block to the outside, went out of bounds to save play, and got the hometown Lions a first down.
And Jerry, I'm fine with that at this point.
Yes.
We need to
plenty of time left.
Run some clock here and keep that defense resting for a little bit. 3 wide receivers on the field. Denson comes in motion across the line, and he takes the handoff. Now he cuts it up the field. He has a little bit of a hole and breaks through it, and is stopped after a nice gain of 6 on the first down run.
And good pursuit by the Ennis Lions dressed in their white uniforms to keep Denson inside. They've seen that before, but Denson, ever so quick, turning back to the inside. Nice gain there. Nice job.
2nd and 4 for Greenville. Number 82, Caleb Johnson, a 5'9", 155-pound sophomore in at wide receiver, although Jerry and I both agree he's probably not 5'9". He's a little bit taller than that.
Yeah, I think he's more of a 6'1.5" or 2 guy.
And Jerry, 3 sophomores in at wide receiver, Brown, Denson, and Johnson. Handoff goes to Lester Turner. Turner falls forward to the 30, and he is just about a yard short of the first down.
Wow, he had a good head of steam. I thought he was going to break away there, but a good tackle by the Ennis defense, pardon me. 3rd and very short here, so we'll see if we get a big package or the Greenville stays with their base offense.
And they stay with the 3 sophomore wide receiver set. Lester Turner to the right of Brandon Stevens, a sophomore quarterback. Now Stevens comes up under center, pushing forward. And I don't think he got it there, Jerry.
That was a fumble.
Yeah,
I think he dropped it when he went up under the center.
That can happen when you're not used to being under center.
Absolutely.
They have run that play successfully twice tonight. And now on a 4th down and very short, the punt team comes on. But hold your horses, Jerry. We'll just see if they punt this one away or not.
Well, I would say if you were up, being on your own 30-yard line, if they were at the 45, I'd say do it. But we'll see. We'll see if Jackson Sickles, the up back, takes the snap and what we do here.
4th down and about a yard to go. And the snap is low, bouncing into Osorio. He picks it up and gets the ball away. A line drive punt. It bounces back, and just past midfield, they're going to down it at the 47.
About a 20-yard punt. So Oscar stopped the ball and got it out of there. But wow, just disappointing that time on the 3rd and really short play.
Yeah, that has worked twice for them tonight, so
Yes.
I understand the call.
Absolutely.
But again, when it's not what your quarterback's used to, you do risk that bad exchange between the center and the quarterback.
And it may have been just that, just a bad exchange. And at least Stevens did fall back on the ball and give Greenville the opportunity to punt.
About 5.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Ennis with a 21-7 lead, and they get the ball back very near midfield. Santos takes the snap, and it's a quick pass out to number 3, James Harris, this time lined up as a receiver. And a flag comes in late on the sideline. This may be on the Greenville Lions for a hit out of bounds.
Well, I think Tyrekus Davis, he pushed the player out of bounds, but I don't know if they're...
Maybe their bench responded to Davis.
Maybe so.
We'll have to see what the call is, but it was a short gain on the pass play.
Yeah, there was nothing malicious there that I could see, unless it is an incidental face mask, possibly. And Darius Ford is going to go to the far side, and Tyrekus Davis is going to come to the near side as far as switching the corners there. But
I think they're calling Tyrekus Davis off the field, perhaps, just to talk with him over here as the referee makes his way to midfield to make this call. It's a personal foul against both teams, so they're going to offset. And do they replay that, or if it's a dead ball, do they let the play stand?
I think if it's a dead ball, the play stands. If I believe that's correct, and it'll be 2nd and 9. But if it was during the play, of course, the play would be replayed.
All right, and Tyrekus Davis does stay on the field, and they have a
bunch formation, Dan. This could be dangerous.
Close bunch formation with 4 receivers, and now Santos looking to pass. He's forced out of the pocket, but he finds his man open. Out to the 40, number 6 passes complete to Zion Dove, and he is chased down at the Greenville 37. That's a first down.
First down.
Yeah.
Wow. And the ball carrier actually outran his lineman downfield on that screen pass, but it was effective, and Ennis comes out with the first down.
In Greenville territory now they're at the 38. 3 wide receivers, and Harris in the backfield with Santos. Santos takes the snap, hands the ball to Harris right up the middle. He breaks away from a tackle and breaks free. The safeties are trying to bring him down. They've got him inside the 5. The ball comes out at the end of the run, but they're going to call him down by contact inside the 5-yard line. And you could just see as James Harris broke through the original line of scrimmage, there was nobody but the safeties trying to chase him down.
And Coach Duke is livid about, I don't know if it's the fumble or if there was a holding play. He is absolutely making sure that his point of view is understood.
Now, I feel that was the correct call on the fumble. He
Absolutely.
He
It
went
may have
down
been
on his
something
back.
the backfield that was quite close to Coach Duke back at the 40-yard line.
But I hardly ever see a coach that agrees that the fumble didn't occur that would favor his team. Santos takes the snap here inside the 5, wants to keep it himself and finds nowhere to go. The Lions swarm to him and tackle him, maybe a gain of 1, but no more. It's second down and goal inside the 5.
Tucker Moment and Jasper Jensen there, good tackle. Good job with defense there, and I don't think there was any gain. If there was, it was a half a yard.
And now Ray Rodriguez, who has caught 2 touchdowns for the Ennis Lions, and Dylan Santos, their quarterback, come off the field, and they bring in a jumbo package here.
And Oscar Osorio comes in for the Lions.
Looks like James Harris is going to take the direct snap,
good hit.
and he is hit hard right around the 2-yard line and stopped.
And was that little Degarius Ford?
Yes, it was.
It was. All 150 pounds hit in the backfield, and man, he did it with authority, didn't he?
He sure did, and they're going to keep this same jumbo package out on the field. James Harris, their leading rusher, and a big guy himself, 6 foot, 220 pounds.
And that's a big offensive line, and Greenville is standing up to the visiting Lions.
They do have one receiver out wide, and they're going to stop him again.
Didn't make it.
They stopped him again right inside the 2.
Wow, 3 stops by the Greenville defense inside the 2-yard line or inside the 3-yard line. That brings up 4th down for the visiting Ennis Lions. Outstanding defensive stand here, guys.
And Ennis will definitely try it again, but two runs in a row, they have gained 0 field position here.
And Greenville is giving up a couple of 100 pounds across the entire offense versus the defense here. We'll see if they try to break it outside.
Yes,
4th down, big play.
That's what I was thinking. Is Harris going to go right up the middle again, or is he going to try to bounce it outside? And now, Ennis takes a timeout.
Santos is back in the game, number 1 at quarterback.
And 3 wide receivers, and Harris at running back. The handoff is faked.
And he stopped.
It's given
He
to
did not
Harris,
make it.
and they have stopped him just short of the goal line again.
He's at the 6-inch line.
And that is a turnover on downs for the Greenville Lions, and they are fired up.
Wow, what a huge defensive stand. Sam Martinez, Tucker Moment. Who else do I see out there? That looks like, there comes Tucker Patterson off. Wow, what a defensive stand against a much larger offensive opponent. And the Greenville Lions take over on the half-yard line.
Great job by the interior of the Greenville Lions defensive line. The linebackers coming up, especially against that jumbo
Filling
package.
those holes.
That was definitely what you call jumbo when you compare it to the size of the Greenville Lions. An excellent stand, gives them the ball right about their own 2-yard line. Let's see if they can make anything happen and build on that momentum. 3 minutes left in the third quarter, still trailing 21-7.
And very dangerous territory here. The offense has to be very careful.
Stevens has Lester Turner in the backfield with him. Now Denson comes in motion. And Stevens is going to take it the opposite direction, gets a couple yards, and then is pushed backwards. So he got himself about a 2-yard cushion there out to the 4.
And I thought he was going to get a little bit more, but boy, the pursuit by the Ennis defense was really good. And honestly, if I'm the coaches, I might do the same thing. I'm going to put 10 blockers in front of Brandon Stevens and let him see if he can break something.
Sickles and Denson, wide receivers to the left. Sean Brown, wide receiver to the right. And Lester Turner in the backfield with Brandon Stevens. Brandon Stevens takes the ball, has the snap, and Lester Turner just hit at the line and driven backwards into the end zone.
Wow.
They'll give him his forward progress. He got about a half a yard before he was just clobbered.
Just a wall of white. And Dan, is that number 22? Is that Davian Wallace?
Is that who got the carry?
I think that's number 22 in the backfield.
Davian Wallace getting his first carry of the game on that last play. At first I thought it may be Cameron Mapps, but he's still injured, I believe. And now the swing pass out to the 5 covered by the Ennis Lions. They had about 6 players out there, and that was 22 again. Davian Wallace getting another touch on the ball, but nowhere to go.
Wow, what an open field tackle.
Very quickly, fourth down for the Lions here. They have a
3 plays and 4.5 yards, and wow, that Ennis defense was stout.
That was
Oscar Osorio
Very
standing
quickly.
7 yards deep in his own end zone for this punt.
And again, dangerous position here. And this time, the deep man inside the 50, almost blocked again. The Lions from Ennis have been putting tremendous pressure on the punter, Oscar Osorio, all night. The ball fielded right around the 35 and returned inside the 20-yard line.
And a nice punt by Oscar, but it was fielded on the fly and a good return. Wow.
There weren't very many Greenville Lions down the field in coverage.
No.
That ball very quickly getting to the return man.
And it was a line drive, nice spiral punt, and he punted it. The actual yardage of the ball was closer to about 46 yards, counting the end zone yardage. But wow, again, low line drive, caught on the run, and Ennis is inside the 20 to start.
Yes, ball spotted just inside the 18 in the red zone already. Empty backfield for Santos. Santos looking to his right, looking, now rolls out to his right, pointing, directing traffic, has a man open, but it's picked off! Picked off by the Lions. I believe that's number 15, Dartavian Wilkerson, still going down the sideline. He's got a blocker, trying to be chased down from behind at the 40, down to the 35, and a great play by Wilkerson puts the Lions back in business.
And Dartavian Wilkerson played center field just like he's taught. The quarterback lofted the ball over the middle with the receiver coming back to the inside, the quarterback directing him to move away from the defender, and Wilkerson steps in front of him, brings it down the near sideline, and that was about a 64-yard return.
You couldn't ask for anything more for the Greenville Lions right there, deep in their own territory, playing defense. The ball, the field position battle being won by the Ennis Lions here in the second half, and that just totally swings things in the other direction. 41 seconds left in the third quarter, and the Greenville Lions trailing by 2 touchdowns.
67-yard return, pardon me.
They now have a good shot here as they are on the Ennis side of the field at the 34-yard line. Stevens looking to pass, now pulls the ball down to run, picks up a few, past the 30 to the 29.
Looks like he was looking for Denson, and he got a heavy rush, or Denson was covered, or both. And so he just took it and gave what he could.
Spread formation for the Lions on that play, and the Ennis Lions doing an excellent job covering the receivers down the field.
They really are. There is no room there, no separation from the red receivers to the white defenders.
Across the field for the receivers, we have Caleb Johnson, Nick Mapps, and then on the other side, Miles Denson and Sean Brown. Lester Turner back in at running back with Brandon Stevens. Denson comes in motion, fakes the handoff to him, and looking for Brown, who makes an excellent catch, reaching behind him.
Wow.
To snag that ball again and brings up a 3rd down and short for the Lions
there
here.
He is again, making that catch. The ball thrown behind him and the defender all over him are really close in coverage. And that is it for the third quarter, Dan. Less the long run by Harris. So defensive, and it looks like they're, okay, I thought there was a timeout on the field. They're just restarting the play clock.
And the Greenville Lions come out on the field with Sean Brown at wide receiver with Miles Denson on the same side as him. They are on the short side of the field.
Play clock to 12. They're going to have to hurry.
Lester Turner at running back and Caleb Johnson, the lone wide receiver, to the left side of the field.
3rd and 4.
Brandon Stevens takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Denson, and Turner makes the run himself, has the first down past the 20, and the Lions are in the red zone.
Oh, good job there by cutting the left side of the line. Good job blocking there, and had a little hole up there, and he squeezed through that little hole and got that first down. Good job by Stevens there, following his block.
They're going to mark it right at the 20. Same 3 wide receivers in the game. From right to left, we have Brown, Denson, and Johnson. Lester Turner flanking to the left of Brandon Stevens. Stevens takes the snap and slips and falls, and now loses the ball. It's picked up by Ennis. And Ennis has recovered a fumble and returned it to the Greenville 30.
And he had the ball after the snap out a little bit, and he had to jump over a pile, and the ball was knocked out. Just really didn't take care of the ball there.
Yeah, and you know, young quarterback, you expect
Yes.
a few mistakes like that, but unfortunately that one comes early in the fourth quarter when the Lions really had a chance to get back in this game. Now they're going to have to make another defensive stop here. At least they flipped the field after that interception and long return.
And the defense came off the field last time with an outstanding stop on 4 downs inside the 5. So we'll see if they can come up with something here and keep Ennis pinned deep in their own territory.
One safety back deep for the Greenville Lions. 3 wide receivers on the field for Ennis. It's a toss out to Harris. Harris trying to outrun his defender Patterson, and Patterson chases him out to the sideline, but he still gained a nice 4 to 5 yards on that run.
And that's 3 or 4 times tonight Patterson has gotten in the pursuit over there. Harris is just really quick and continued to that sideline to pick up positive yardage.
Patterson just trying to force him to continue to the outside and hope he gets some help.
Coming all the way up from his safety position on the far side.
Yes. 3 wide receivers again. Harris with Santos in the backfield. Lions very close to the line of scrimmage in their defensive set here. Handoff is to Harris, and they break through the line of scrimmage, and they've got him in the backfield. And he pushes forward for another 2 yards, but nice defense by the Greenville Lions
Sam
there.
Martinez, Oscar Osorio, and Jasper Jensen in there, all on the tackle. 3rd and very short again, 3rd and 2.5.
Clock continues to run. It's now down to 10 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game. Ennis holding on to a 21-7 lead, looking to add to that score. Greenville Lions trying hard to stop them here on 3rd down. High snap fielded by Santos. Passes complete to the receiver, number 6, Zion Dove. But good pursuit by Greenville forces him backwards and a loss of yardage on the play.
And Dartavian Wilkerson came up to make a good tackle and held on. Actually, a loss of, 2.5 yards? 4th and 6 for the Ennis Lions, and the Greenville defense has held yet again.
And they bring the punt team on, and that's the benefit of flipping the field, because had they been further up the field or into Greenville territory, they would not be punting this ball away. But now watch for some trickeration as someone comes under center. That's number 14, Peyton Chapman. But they do punt it away. It's a very short punt. It's going to bounce at the Greenville 45 and roll right down to the 40.
And number 9, Tyrekus Davis, thought about picking up that ball and taking it down the sideline there, but thought better of doing that.
I think that was a good thought, Tyrekus, to let that one go.
And then the Lions will take over on their own 40-yard line, so that's very, very good field position.
And still lots of time in this game to come back and score and make this one close. Maybe even come back and win it.
Absolutely.
We'll see who comes out on the offense here. We see Jackson Sickles back on the field at wide receiver. Cameron Maps in at running back, and
that looks like Josh Luna now at quarterback.
Number 26 in there, that is Josh Luna. 3 wide receivers to the left, and he hands it off to Cameron Maps. Cameron Maps pushing forward with a gain of just about 6 yards there by the time he's brought down.
Cameron ran into a wall about 4 yards down, and with a little help of a couple of his friends, pushed that white wall a couple of yards farther, so 2nd and 4, it's always a good, there's some laundry.
Very late. And let's see what this call is. This may be a dead ball foul. The men in stripes discussing it right now at the Greenville 45-yard line where the ball is positioned. 9.5 minutes left in the game. Greenville trailing by 2 touchdowns. A nice defensive stand for the Greenville Lions. Gets this ball back with decent field position, and the Lions hoping to add to it. Now there's still a discussion here at the 45.
Did we get laundry in the flavor of yellow, or is there a bean bag or something?
Jerry, I'm not even sure. I see something back on the field here around the Ennis 35, but I'm not sure exactly what that is.
Okay, that's what I was thinking, illegal substitution, because there were 11 men on the field now for Ennis, and they broke the huddle with 12, and that is an illegal substitution.
Now, hold on. He's marching this ball from the wrong spot unless they're going to replay first down. Okay, we can take that.
Oh, we'll take that. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Automatic first down for the Lions, and they take it to the Ennis 45. So that was a 15-yard penalty that was marched off, and Luna stays in the game at quarterback. He hands the ball once again to Cameron Maps. Cameron Maps just diving forward, bounces off the pile, but is only able to pick up 1 yard on the run.
Yeah, nothing there for Maps. The white wall is there. And number 32 for Ennis comes up limping heavily, and he'll probably go off the field. That's Ashton McGraw, 6'1", 235-pound junior.
And back into the game
is stay in there.
is 22, Davion Wallace. Davion Wallace at running back now. And Luna takes the snap. He's looking to pass. Has a man open. It's Sean Brown! Sean Brown into the end zone! Touchdown! He was untouched down the field, and a perfect pass by Luna hits him in stride. Touchdown, Lions!
And nothing but a seam pass by Josh Luna over the outstretched, jumped up in the air arms of a safety that was coming over to help, a linebacker, before the safety could get there, and hit Josh Brown on the run in the seam. Touchdown, Greenville Lions. It's 21-13. Lions would be within an extra point, and we're short a player as the play clock hasn't done. Very, very good play right down the seam.
And now Greenville is lined up for the extra point. Sickles has the hold down. The kick is up, and it is good. And the Greenville Lions cut into the lead. They're within one score now, 14-21, with 8 minutes and 48 seconds left in the game. We'll be right back with the kick play there. And an onside kick attempt. And oh my goodness, the Lions had an excellent chance to field that one. And number 9, Tyrekus Davis, just could not quite grab it.
And the ball bounced perfect. Absolutely perfect. And it's offsides against Greenville. It's the flag, Dan. But it was a perfect kick, and you have to depend a lot on the ball to bounce right. But a good job by Max Flores of getting that ball all the way to the sideline. And Tyrekus Davis, I don't know if the ball hit him or he just mishandled the hop. But it was offsides against Greenville, and I'm thinking Ennis is probably going to just decline.
Yeah, as they bring their offense on the field.
So they'll start at the Greenville 40-yard line.
3 wide receivers coming into the game is Zane Brown. Number 8, Ray Rodriguez back in the game.
So they're starting at the Greenville 35. Wow.
And number 6, Zion Dove at receiver. James Harris at running back with Dylan Santos back at quarterback. Dove comes in motion. They fake the handoff to him, and Santos keeps it himself. He's rolling outside. He gets a lick put on him around the 30, but that's a nice first down run again. Pickup of around 5 yards.
Good pursuit there by the defense. Again, starting out in a hole with the onside kick, but I like the aggressiveness of the onside kick. You could also say, well, why didn't you just kick it away? Your offense did just really well. Either way, the defense is playing well enough to try that, and it almost worked.
A lot of time still left in this game. Clock just rolling down to 8 minutes left. But Ennis with the ball at the Greenville 30. Fake pass, and it's a handoff to Harris, who falls forward very near the first down. He's about a yard and a half shy.
Another third and very, very short for Ennis. So if I'm an offensive coach here, I go on a hard count and try to draw the defense off and get the cheap first down so the clock can run another minute and a half to 2 minutes off.
3 wide receivers in the game for Ennis. 2 to the short side on the left, 1 to the wide side on the right. Single coverage. He's a man on an island out there on the right side. And Santos running with the ball is chased down from via Abrego. And he gets away and has enough for the first down.
Just barely. Abrego almost had him in the backfield, and I didn't catch the number of the other Lions.
2 Lions had him in their sights. That was number 30, Oscar Osorio, who was trying to chase him down as well. But Santos quick feet, pulls away from those Lions in the backfield, is able to get the first down. Ball spotted now at the Greenville 23.
And that first down buys you another minute and a half to 2 minutes.
23, a lot of blockers back there for Santos as he keeps the ball. Tries to spin away from a tackle.
Martinez in the backfield.
Martinez says, no, sir, not this time. Drags him down for a loss. Nice job. It's a loss of about 1. Brings up second down and 11. And Osorio comes off the field after that nice play right there.
6.5 minutes left, second and 11.
It is now in no hurry to run a play. Coming up to the line with 15 seconds left on the play clock. Game clock down to 6.5 minutes. They have a 7-point lead. Looking to add to that lead here in Greenville territory. Santos brings his man Dove in motion.
Santos has the ball.
And right up the middle, and makes a nice move, cutting away from Tyrekus Davis and into the end zone for a touchdown. Santos, with his longest, most effective run of the night, puts the Ennis Lions back up by 2 scores.
Well, that was a good fake because your eyes went with the player going across the field, but Santos pulled that ball back in and just came around the corner and just a big hole right up the middle.
Right, and it's not easy to fool Tyrekus Davis, but when he has that much room to make a move, even Davis has a hard time bringing him down. So with the extra point, the score is now 28-14, still 6 minutes and 12 seconds. I've not seen, I don't think, one really big return this season from these very talented return men in Denson and Maps. This one kicks short and is going to roll out of bounds. And the Greenville Lions will have good field position after this penalty flag is applied.
And the Ennis coach over there, I don't think is too happy about that. He was not wanting an out-of-bounds kick there to give Greenville good field position. And it looks like they're going to re-kick.
A quick update on the district scores. At this time, North Forney is leading at home 25-17 over Sulphur Springs. Kaufman has the lead at home 21-13 over Forney. And Royce City has increased their lead 22-0 over Terrell. That game in Terrell.
So Sulphur Springs is losing and Royce City is winning.
That's right. But Sulphur Springs had a bit of cushion there, I believe. Is that correct?
They do.
So if Ennis can hold on and win this game, they should secure themselves a spot. And now a kick along the ground. Bounces high. And that ball is fielded, and this young man is trying to make his way across the field. That's number 16, the senior, Quentin Bridges, looking for a block and a hole to cut through. Just can't find anywhere, and he's brought down at the 30.
Yeah, nothing there. Nothing there. Lions need to take the ball downfield, obviously, rather quickly. So looks like Josh Luna is coming back in at quarterback. So, Dan, as you mentioned earlier, it does make you wonder, did Brandon Stevens either get nicked or are they just giving Josh Luna some experience?
I have not seen Stevens throwing the ball behind the line here warming up. Luna does not realize he's being pursued from behind and is tackled from behind, but he still made a nice gain on that play of 6 or 7. A little bit of a lucky play as Luna did not feel that pressure from behind.
I think so. A little bit of a lucky play. He wasn't sacked, and I'm sure they'll be swatting for the ball. Yeah, I haven't seen Stevens throwing any on the sideline.
And as he is, I see him on the sideline, he does not look to be hurt, but you can't really tell if it was a hand or arm injury. He's putting his hands in the muff. And now the ball comes out from Luna, and it is recovered at the 30. Luna had that ball swiped out of his hand as he was taking it back to throw a pass, and Ennis is going to take over at the 30 unless they
I think that's
call this an incomplete pass.
I don't know if his arm is going forward yet. I think a passing player that was being blocked knocked that out of his hand. We'll see here. Yep, Ennis ball.
And they do call it an Ennis ball. Luna on those last 2 plays just not quite aware of the backside defensive player coming in to make that play.
Yeah.
And Jerry, you called it. They're going to be swatting for that ball, and they certainly were.
And it was, as you said, a backside player that came by and knocked the ball out. It's like number 40, Trent Treat, the 215-pound senior, is in on the defensive line here. As the coach making sure all seniors get a chance to play here.
I think we have a new running back in here for the Ennis Lions. That looks to be number 28, Jacoby Collins.
Yeah, a lot of hard running there.
A 5'10", 150-pound sophomore, and he has a nice gain of 9 on his first carry of the night. 5 minutes left in the game. Ennis with a 28-14 lead and the ball very near the red zone here. 3 wide receivers in the game. Jacoby Collins stays in the game at running back. They fake to him and now look to the corner of the end zone. Well covered by the Greenville Lions. That's DeGarius Ford on the coverage, and he knocks the ball away. The wide receiver wants a flag, but that was just excellent coverage.
He very much wants that flag, and he has, and I didn't get that. I can't see his number, but it is a single digit. But DeGarius Ford goes at least 5'6", and I can't see that receiver over there.
That's number 8, Ray Rodriguez. Much taller.
He shows to be 6 feet. I think he's more of 6'1", or maybe even a little more than that. So he has a big height advantage, but good coverage by Ford.
3rd and 1, Santos takes the snap and carries it on his own the whole way, but there's a flag on the play.
There was laundry coming from afar.
So it looks like the Ennis Lions are going to pick up this first down, but the penalty might take them back.
Number 67, Chris Reyna, for the hometown Greenville Lions, a 5'8", 205-pound junior coming into the game, and number 40, Trent Treat, coming out.
It is a holding against the Ennis Lions. It's a spot foul.
Big play for Greenville there because he had the first down, Dan.
So, but with the spot foul, Jerry, the foul happened past the first down marker, so they're still going to have a 3rd down and manageable here. It's going to be a 3rd and about 3.
3rd and 3. So Greenville will have a chance to hold them as the clock is stopped, but it is at 4:43, so the Greenville Lions have to hold for a turnover here.
And they're going to have to hold him twice in a row again because this is 4-down territory for
Comes
Ennis.
a blitz.
Moman chasing him down, but Santos just too fast, is able to make it to the outside before Moman and Sam Martinez can catch him, and he's got the first down.
He just literally outran everybody. And Tucker Moman is unhappy on the far side.
And Jerry, it's been not many quarterbacks that we've seen this year outrun Tucker Moman and Jeremiah Abrego and Sam Martinez as they give chase. Santos has quite a bit of speed.
Number 13, Levi Elliott, coming out of the game.
First down for Ennis now, just inside the Greenville 20. Santos calling for the snap. It's a little bit high, but he fields it. This time Abrego chasing him down from behind.
All the way to the far side of the formation.
He gets him, but he still picked up 6 yards on that play before Abrego could stretch out and grab him by the heels.
52, Devoya Washington checking into the game, and number 50, Keandre Adair checking out. And so it becomes an emotional time in this part of the game, Dan. Especially for the Greenville Lions and those seniors, you realize that your season's not going to continue, and in 4 minutes, it will be over.
And Coach cycling some of those players into the game to get on the field one more time. High snap again, fielded by Santos. The handoff goes to number 28, Jacoby Collins. He pushes forward for a first down inside the 10, very near the 5-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the Greenville 6.
Tucker Patterson, Sam Martinez, Devoya Washington, so a couple of other ones in there on the tackle. Lion defense not giving up here, but a very methodical and much slower pace by Ennis here at the 6-yard line.
First and goal for the Ennis Lions. 3.5 minutes left on the clock. They're already up by 2 touchdowns, trying to put this one to bed. Santos takes the snap, hands it off to Collins, and Collins tries to bounce away from a tackle, and it looks like he may end up losing more yardage than that. I don't know if they're going to give him forward. It looks like they'll give him forward progress, Jerry, but maybe he should have lost yards on that as he tried to pull away from the tackle and made a move that took him into the backfield.
And I think Chris Reyna actually got into the backfield and made an initial contact. But yeah, I think they're going to give him forward progress here at the 6-yard line.
Second and goal. 3 wide receivers. Collins stays in the game at running back. Santos is going to keep this one. He's brought down before he can get into the end zone. He had a hole for a moment, but is pulled down around the 2.
Good job by the line defense, not giving up there. Fighting until the last 2.5 minutes. Again, as these seniors, last year of high school football winds down, and the Greenville Lions season winds down. A little bit of a pride thing here, trying to keep Ennis out of the end zone.
2 minutes, 22 seconds. Santos calls for the ball. It's a quick snap, and it looks like someone was offsides there. As a flag comes in, it's a false start against Ennis.
Levi Elliott, Oscar Osorio, And a couple of other, I believe that was number 50, Keandre Gator, coming back into the game.
Going to bring up a third down and goal from the 7 now with that penalty yardage added on.
Clock running and 2 minutes left in the game.
Snap is back. Santos rolling out to his left looking for a pass. He's got a man open. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. That's number 6, Zion Dove. But there is a flag on the play. Zion Dove, a nice crossing pattern to the outside, just able to get that ball and stroll right to the front side pylon. 2 flags on the play, though.
Yeah, there were 2 flags from 2 different officials, so I don't know if that's going to be in the area of holding. Don't think it was far enough downfield to be a lineman downfield. Pass interference offense.
Offensive pass interference will take this touchdown off the board and take the ball further away from the goal line as well. So a third down and goal. Now from outside the 10-yard line, they're still marching this ball back. And they're going to spot it at the 22.
Third and goal from the 22, but it does actually give you 2 plays, and it gives you a lot more room and a lot more separation there than down in the close quarters inside the 5 or something.
And Ennis does not seem too worried about it as they still hold on to their 2-touchdown lead. Santos takes the snap, is looking to the end zone. A nice pass, but
that's going to be pass interference on the offense, Dan. A nice pass there. Number 15 made a good catch, but he just pushed it forward out of the way.
I think you're right. Zane Brown did make the catch right at the pylon again for a touchdown. But, Jerry, you're right. That looked like an easy call of offensive pass interference.
At least that's what we hope.
Now, Zane Brown is listed at 6'1". Again, he may be a good 6'2", 6'3", against Degarius Ford, who we have listed at 5'7", and that looks just about right.
Yeah, it does. It does. And so it will be, yet again, third and goal from the 37.
And you could hear the Ennis fans booing from all the way across the field. They do not like the call, but it was a pretty easy call for the near side official to make there at the linesman.
And so, I mean, third and 37, a third and goal from the 37, any screen pass, any hook and lateral, anything like that, you could do, or you could just keep it in the quarterback's hands, and that's going to be Jeremiah Brayden offsides.
That's going to be a flag against the Lions, so trying to get in there early.
Third and goal from 32 then.
And the clock is not running during all of this. It's at 1:44 right now. Still a 28-14 ball game here as Ennis has a comfortable lead, and they're looking to add some more to it.
And what this has effectively done in the last 6 to 7 minutes, it's taken most any chance Greenville has to come back in this game out. And now it's just a sense of pride of keeping Ennis out of the end zone.
That is true. Now Santos takes the snap on a 3rd and 32, has a pass complete out to number 6, Zion Dove. Zion Dove pushed out of bounds just inside the 20, is going to bring up a 4th and goal from the 20, and now there's a flag that the Ennis fans are celebrating, perhaps a personal foul against the Lions, the Greenville Lions.
And he was taken down good and hard, but it's the far side of the field. We didn't see anything
egregious?
That's the word I was looking for, man. Anything egregious from here, but after some... not sure what you would call that, but wow.
It is an unsportsmanlike penalty against Greenville, a dead ball foul, and that's going to make the 4th and goal from the 18 to a 4th and goal from around the 10.
That should be a first down.
Half the distance to the goal. No, it's a goal-to-go situation.
Okay, still a goal-to-go. So we went from 3rd and 37.
And a dead ball foul will not change the down. I don't. Oh, they do give them the first down. You're right, Jerry. You're right. And Darren Duke.
My goodness.
Darren Duke's still on the field all the way out at the numbers at the 20. Santos has the ball, being chased down, and now rolls out to the sideline. is near the end
And
zone.
he is met by a number of Lions. And number 77 for Ennis, has tackled Jeremiah Abrego in the end zone, and he will be flagged for that.
A late flag comes in, and this game getting rather chippy here
All
in the
six-
last 2 minutes, and lots of flags flying.
All 6'4", 325 pounds of him tackles 190-pound Jeremiah Abrego. Now, Abrego will go about 6'2" or 6'3", but wow, that was a good takedown there if you're on defense.
Hey, I would get tired of trying to block Jeremiah Abrego as well. And I can tell you, as we watch the film from this game,
And they have
they just
thrown,
tossed it.
they have ejected one of the Greenville players.
And the Greenville fans are just incensed as it was.
They're changing.
Yeah, they may change this around. We'll see, because it looked pretty clear. We're watching it, trying to figure out what's happening here.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a microphone. Oh,
Now they have ejected a Greenville player. We'll see who walks off the field. Now that, Jerry, I was just going to say, as we watch the film, that may be interesting to see just what's going on, but that did not seem to be a problem with the Greenville player. They may have just seen it at the wrong time.
I
You know.
didn't see a Greenville player walk off, though.
No, I haven't.
This is total chaos here, but anyway, there's 1 minute and 25 seconds left, and
Okay.
it will be yet another penalty against Greenville.
First and goal from the 3 now.
And it was third and goal from the 37.
They're not really playing the down then.
No, now they've got second and goal from around the 3. It's a handoff to
And the
number
Greenville Lions are not going to let him in that end zone.
22. I'm sorry. Let me see who got the ball carried there. I think it was number 28 again, Jacoby Collins, kind of slipping down. But the Greenville Lions, after all of this, not wanting to let them in to score.
Yeah, Abrego is just absolutely defying them to get anywhere around his side.
I was going to say, Jerry, that I'd like to see the film and to see how many times
Yes.
a holding was not called against this offensive line as Abrego tries to make it around the corner. Santos takes the snap, wants to keep it himself, and breaks away from a would-be tackler and into the end zone as he cuts back against the grain and is able to find a path into the end zone, and another 6 points for Ennis.
Wow, there's no give up there in the Greenville defense, though. Absolutely none whatsoever. Even when you're outweighed by such a large margin on a couple of those, and not sure what a couple of those calls were.
Yeah, I'd love to see the replay of those because
Yes.
I'm a bit unhappy that a Greenville Lion has been tossed from this game at this point in the game. I mean, the officials, I suppose, trying to keep it
Yes.
under control,
Yes.
but at the same time, when we see
You go to DallasNews.com and Google that name or search for that name. And tomorrow is the Marine Corps birthday, so happy birthday to all Marines.
kickoff from Ennis to Greenville is fielded by number 16, Quentin Bridges, around the 30. He's able to get about 4 yards on the return. And the game clock is now down to 35. The Ennis Lions with a 35-14 lead. I still did not hear who was ejected from the game. We may try to figure that out before we sign off tonight just to let everybody know what happened.
I didn't see a player in red leave the field unless I just absolutely missed it.
Interesting on offsetting penalties like that, Jerry, that only one player gets tossed.
Yes.
Well, the Greenville Lions come back on the field for what is likely their last offensive drive of the season.
Like Jackson Sickles, the senior, will take the last bow at quarterback.
Cameron Mapps at running back. We've got a lot of sophomores in at wide receiver along with Nick Mapps. Sickles looking for the pass. He's got Denson out to the sideline, and Denson out of bounds past the 40 to around the 43. Picks up about 8 yards on that play. Denson has shown himself this season to be a nice offensive weapon that the Greenville Lions will be glad to have back for 2 more seasons.
Oh, absolutely.
Spread formation now. Sickles still at quarterback. Second down and 2. 28 seconds left in the game. Sickles looking to throw again out to Maps, and now Maps reverses field all the way to the other side. But this Ennis Lions team is tough to do that against. They put up great pursuit, and now as they hit him, the ball pops out. I think it was fielded by Cameron Maps and recovered by the Greenville Lions. But Nick Maps was popped as he tried to reverse field, as he so often does.
And they're going to give him the forward progress, and it's actually first down, so the clock is going to start with 13 seconds, and it has started, so this may be the last play of the 2018 season.
The Ennis Lions with good pursuit. Sickles looking long down the field for Sean Brown. It's out of bounds with 3 seconds left to go. And one more play will do it for this season. We'll see what they line up for here if they decide to go down the field again. Sickles had a little bit more time. He could have hung on to that ball, but he got rid of it rather quickly, and it was too far out of bounds for Sean Brown to get underneath. Johnson, Maps, and Denson to one side. Sean Brown to the right side by himself. Cameron Maps in the backfield. It's a quick pass out to Denson. Time is going to expire as Denson reverses field now. He's back behind the line of scrimmage. He laterals it to Maps. Maps picks up a block from Sickles, looking for the opposite sideline. Cameron Maps now with a nice block. Maps still on his feet, past the 40, and he's brought down near midfield. And that's the ball game, and that's the season. Final in this game.